expecting from tonight?
I don't, we've been doing this from home virtually for a few years. Chance to see a bunch of friends that I haven't seen in a really long time. So that's what I'm looking forward to, really.
When you travel, are you always thinking music? What do you think about when you go different places that you haven't been before?
I always listen to everything. I'm not one of those people that puts earbuds on and walks. For me, the inspiration comes at grocery stores or at the gym or anywhere in the world that I'm at. I'm always listening to just hear different things, because otherwise, we live in our little bubbles, and we always listen to my Spotify things that I've curated. But it's inspiration can hit from anywhere. So,
what would you want to say to young men and women who might want to do what you do?
It's a really weird business because there isn't a specific pathway to get into it. Becoming a friend of the Guild is a really great way to be involved or to become part of this business, because you meet a ton of people, go to events like this, and just there's some great books to read, look at some online courses, and be passionate about music.
So basically, they should just be educated themselves and listen to music.
Absolutely. Just be a sponge.
Now, do you have social media so people can follow you?
I have Instagram, and that is it. So it's Gizicki on Instagram. That is it.
All right, thank you so much for chatting with me. Thank you.
What are you expecting from tonight?
Expecting people to cry when they hear Gabby's song.
This is the first time for me performing, well, actually being here at the Guild of Music Supervisors. So I'm just expecting to have a blast on stage and to pour my heart out and sing this song that I got to write for this beautiful movie called The Valet. I remember watching the movie and just thinking that I really connected with it, being that I'm also an immigrant and I've lived here in Los Angeles for 22 years. I'm from Guatemala, and so there was just something really, something about the movie that I really connected with. And when I remember Howard said to me, just think about the city of Los Angeles and what it means to you, and oh my God, has it really been the most incredible place for me to live in and work in, and so that's kind of what set the tone for me to write the song.
What do you think is LA's heartbeat?
I think it's everyone, the diversity of it. I've lived here decades. Almost everyone who worked on this film's an immigrant who lives here. And that encompasses Guatemala, Mexico, Brazil, Chile. I'm English, and I think I've been in love with it since I was since I arrived. So there's nowhere like it. And it's the only place I've ever lived where I miss it when I leave,
That's so weird, right? We can go to the most fancy place and we want to come back and it's home.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys, thank you so much. Have fun tonight. And congratulations. Thank you so much.
I'm Dressage.
And I'm Slow Shiver.
And we're nominated for Best Song in TV and Film for Better Call Saul. We had a cover of a Harry Nilsson song called Perfect Day. And it means a lot for us to be here. It was a really exciting song to cover and a really great process.
Really beautiful song to cover, absolutely.
Yeah. It was a really fun duet to sing together, and work with Thomas Golovic was a really beautiful collaboration, and we were given a lot of trust and
super great music supervising to get us to do this together. Yeah, absolutely. We got a call to do this, and they wanted to do a duet with a man and a woman, and listening to the song, it was so beautiful, and doing it just, as we were actually working on it, it sort of became that much more magical. The more we were doing it, the more you kind of went oh, yeah, this sounds beautiful.
Yeah, it was definitely a love pairing creatively. A friend was like, you guys would really vibe, and then musically, it just felt like our voices really fit together, and aesthetically, we really leaned on the harp and more acoustic instruments to really build out the song and the emotional arc.
Everything at Slow Shiver.
And for me, it's Dressage Music, DRESAGE Music.
I feel like this year has brought a lot of attention to music supervision, and I think that this event is more special than ever for all of us. And I've loved music all my life. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm not a new kid on the block. So it's always been my passion, this job, from when I started 20 plus years ago. And I know I don't look that old. You know, it was right out of the womb.
I agree. You look amazing.
No, but seriously, I'm excited about it. I'm excited for myself that I get to work on some really groundbreaking projects. It's been a long climb for me. I've kept my head up, rolled up my sleeves, just brought passion to my work, and now here we are. So it's really, really great.
So how do we find you on social media?
Okay. So on Instagram, I'm at Nora Felder 1. On Twitter, I'm at Nora Felder. And that's it. No TikTok.
No TikTok for Nora. Thank you so much. Have fun tonight. And you look absolutely fabulous. Thank you.
I'm nominated for Best Song in a Video Game Trailer and Best Soundtrack for a Video Game for Need for Speed. The video game trailer is for Wild Hearts. Like a lot of our sports game, the way in which we approach it, we're always trying to build for the future. It's a game that we're programming sometimes a year in advance from the time that you're actually going to have it in the market. And we really work on finding the music that you will be hearing then. So we're ahead of the curve with regards to that programming. It works more like a radio station than a film. But there are games that we will, like the one that we are nominated for tonight, like Need for Speed, where you have a bit of a thematic approach, where you're bringing songs that really do need to create a tone and bring in that grit or give you the side of the story that you don't have. So it is a little different, and you have composed music, so you have a combination of that. So depending on the game, you're kind of going in different ways, different directions.
I would get totally confused. So it's a good thing you love your job and you know what you're doing. That's fantastic. So how do we find you on social media? How do fans follow you?
My handle is at Dabrasa, Darbasa. I'm Brazilian, so Dabrasa means of Brazil or of fire from Brazil.
Thank you so much for chatting with me. You look amazing, by the way.